Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are just gonna be knitting and chatting. The lighting isn't amazing because it is dark, and I'm glad that finally kicked off. I was hoping it was gonna kick off soon, but I am working on this sweater that I've been working on for a long time, and it's kind of just made me want to sit here and chat with you guys for a little bit. So it is the new year. It is officially 2024, and I've spent my whole day napping and doing chores here and there, which feels good to get the chores done, but we all know how it is. We got to go back to work tomorrow. A new year just means a new number to have to remember to write down, right? Feels like we make these resolutions and we are feeling motivated to get them done, and then things start slipping away. So I don't really make resolutions for myself. There are things that I want to accomplish within the year, but it can happen at any time. What I've realized with myself through the years of growing and changing is I have to do those things when I'm totally ready. I can sit here all day and be like, I want to go and get fit. And yeah, I can hold that habit for maybe 30 days and then suddenly it just like falls off. But I realize that if I'm totally ready to make a change and to accomplish something, it will come and I will be more inspired to do so. Sorry, you guys are not in an appropriate location. You're literally just leaning on a hair clip on a cushion, and my dog is right here. So we're gonna just ignore that little situation. Maybe this year one of my things should be to get a new tripod. We'll see if that ever happens. But so I don't have any like new goals or anything. I do really hope that I come into the YouTube thing a little bit more again and start making more content. But over the past few months of 2023, I have really just been learning more about myself and what I enjoy. I've started going back to the gym, which has been anxiety inducing. Not because of any specific reason, but the gym is just intimidating to me and I don't know where to begin. So I just do like random things and then do the treadmill. So my hope is that the more I go, I've been going since October. My hope is that the more I go, the more comfortable I'll be, and I don't care how long it takes me because I'm trying to make a lifestyle change, not a necessarily like I need to look this way and lose this weight in a certain amount of time. I genuinely want to just feel healthier and happier and more motivated in life because I really just was like laying on my couch all the time, doing nothing but scrolling on my phone. I wasn't knitting, I wasn't reading, I wasn't creating, I wasn't interacting with people. So I want to just continue on this path of changing my lifestyle, and I finally had the spark inside of me that was like, okay, we're doing this, and I haven't given up yet, which is amazing. I've gone easy on myself because like I said, I want it to be a lifestyle change, something that I can continue on forever and never like feel like, oh my God, I have to do this or I've just given up. So that's one thing that I've been dealing with is trying to adjust to a new lifestyle. Hopefully I can get into the meal prep thing as another addition to the fitness that I have already begun. And really, I've just been trying to combat the seasonal depression by keeping myself social with people. So I've been not self-isolating, which has been new for me. Usually from like September to April, I completely self-isolate and don't interact with anyone but the people at work. And I haven't been doing that. I've been kind of dating somebody new that I really enjoy, but I'm getting in that spot where I'm totally unsure of what you're supposed to do next. We've been talking since October and we haven't like defined anything. Both of our goals in dating are the same, but I kind of find myself getting a little scared the more time goes on. So I want to kind of understand myself more in that manner. I like being alone, but being alone is lonely. And it would be nice to have a partner that totally understands and allows me to have space to grow and to create, but also wants to be there and doing it with me. But that being said, I am not willing to put myself in a position where I think I'm going to fall back into old habits. And I think that's where starting to date is super intimidating for me, because I'm really good alone, you know? Like, I've got my shit together. But when you add another person into your life, do you start to fall back into old habits? I haven't experienced that yet since I've separated and divorced. It's going on 3 years now. No, 4 years now, which is insane to think about, that 4 years ago I was a complete and utter mess. That's just the easiest way to put it. I was totally lost in myself, in the direction I needed to go in life, what I was going to do and who I was going to become, how I was going to let those moments shape me. And I'm happy to say that I've come out of it, but there's still that barrier there between what I want and what I need, and how the changes of progressing my life are going to affect me. So we're still learning in that aspect. I hope that I can figure it out and continue to share my life with you guys. I'm kind of enjoying being a little bit more open, because I do realize that it is super encouraging to have somebody you can relate to. And I've realized that through watching the videos of people that I can relate to, and it making me feel like not alone. So I hope that in 2024, I will make more content that is just about me and what I'm doing. And it doesn't necessarily matter if it's about knitting or plants or books or whatever. It can just be like this, where I sit down and talk with you guys about how I'm doing at random times. You know, the quality isn't great, but we're here together. Another thing that I've been considering is downsizing my plant collection. Just really, I love all my plants, and I was talking to my friend, and I think I just am emotionally attached to them, which makes it hard to want to get rid of them. And I don't necessarily feel overwhelmed by the amount of plants that I have, but sometimes I'm like, I should just get rid of some. So maybe that is something that I will do in the coming months, is reevaluate where I'm at and the plants that I have. As I look around, I love all of them and I don't want to get rid of any of them. But there are times whenever I look at one and I'm like, I don't want you anymore. And I've been really good about that. I've definitely given away a lot of plants, sold some plants within the last few months, which has felt nice. But I think I don't know where I stand necessarily in the plant world. Still love plants, still very much enjoy doing the task with them and running the Facebook group with my friends and things like that. But sometimes I just think maybe I want to condense it a little bit. But we shall see. My friend told me to hold off until the summer comes and see how I feel then. And I think that's a smart decision, because we all know how the wintertime blues gets us, especially when we're constantly picking yellow leaves off our plants and thinking we're failing at being a plant parent. With my knitting, I have really not been knitting since my craft show. I haven't really touched anything at all until the last couple of weekends. I've really been focusing. I really want to finish this sweater so I can start another one. In 2024, I would love to just kind of find my knitting mojo again. Not in the sense that I'm knitting like 5 sweaters a month, but in the sense that I'm still creating and not completely ignoring this thing that does bring me calmness and enjoyment. And I just really love talking about it and experiencing yarn and knitting patterns and creating for myself and the people that I appreciate and love the most in my life. But I've fallen off and it makes me sad. But I think once I finish this sweater, I'll be able to start something new, and maybe that will spark something in me, because I really want to create more content for you guys in the knitting world. I mean, that's where this is all started, and I still love it very, very much. But I think that I've just gotten to this place where I'm trying to focus more on creating a social life for myself. And, you know, I don't have a lot of friends, and that's something that I really, the last few months, have been focusing on trying to do the most of, is creating relationships for myself that I can maintain. You guys know I've spoken about this in the past. I don't talk a lot about it, but I have borderline personality disorder, and the way it used to present itself was very vocal in my life, but now it's more of a quiet thing where I keep it all in. But the main thing that I'm trying to encourage myself to do is maintain my relationships better. I have one really, really close friend here, and she is amazing. I I I don't tell people enough how I feel about them, but she is genuinely the best person that has come back into my life. We were best friends all through high school, and then once we left high school, we definitely went our separate ways and didn't talk. And then I think it was 2021, we reconnected, and we've just been growing our relationship even more. But she is amazing. She totally understands me, and the times that I can't respond to her, she just keeps texting me. She'll be like, hey, you don't have to respond to this, but I just wanted to say this, or I hope you're okay, or let's go to the gym, or this or that. And those are the kind of relationships that I need in my life. People that still show up no matter how I get. And I realized that I never had that before. And that's okay, because people shouldn't have to fight to have you in their life. I totally get that. But she understands that that's just who I am and what I need for myself. And it's not something easily changed. I'm working on it, and she's noticed the change this year, and that makes me feel good. But I just want to meet more friends like her that just understand that we don't need to talk every single day, but I'm going to show up now, you know? Like, I'm going to be there if you need me. I'm going to be there when you don't need me and you just want to hang out because you're feeling a little down. And I'm trying to build relationships like that and maintain them. For me, the hardest part is maintaining multiple relationships. Like, I have my family that I'm trying to stay more connected to. It's really hard. I have my friend that I'm trying to stay connected to, and it's really hard. And I'm trying to make a romantic relationship, then it's really hard to maintain and especially balance all of them. And sometimes I can't. So I really want to continue that in 2024. And the thing about resolutions is people think you have to start them at the beginning of the year, and you have to start them and you have to continue them all the way through, or they get to the end of the year and they realize they haven't done any of them, so they try to fit them all in. But I, just with the gym thing, for instance, in September, I was starting to feel like, okay, I'm really, really ready to like start getting back into the gym. And I really had to convince myself a little bit further, like to just do it because of anxiety, and I was scared. But I kept telling myself, oh, you could just wait until January. But then I just did it. I just bit the bullet mid-October, and I just did it. And I've been feeling so good. And I think that's the one thing getting me through this period of the winter where the days are shorter, and it's keeping me wanting to communicate with my friends and family, because it is giving me that endorphin kick, or whatever gives you the adrenaline, whatever you get from exercising. And I've really been enjoying going out. And I always said I was an extroverted introvert or whatever. Like, I like to be alone, but I love to go out. I feed off of energy of people just the same as I do whenever I'm alone. So I think exercising has been really good to allow me to do those things more often and not feel exhausted. So that's great. I will also segue into, I've been dealing with some health issues. At the end of November, got a kidney stone that started to pass, and I've never had one before. Very painful, but since then, it has been stuck, and everything I have tried has not gotten it out. So I am going to have surgery to get that removed. And one of my biggest fears in life, this might sound insane to some people, but my biggest fear ever is anything related to medical. Doctors, dental is fine. I love the dentist, but anything like doctor related is the most terrifying thing to me. It's not that I have like a fear of needles. I have a fear of things going into my body like that, and just the possibility that would be happening, or blood or anything like that. Sorry if you guys also have the same fear and I just said blood out loud. I'm sorry. But this has been a time for me, definitely, that I've been so proud of myself that I haven't just ignored it, and I've gone to all the appointments regardless of what that might mean whenever I get there. So I am just feeling very encouraged that I'm able to take control of my fears and anxieties now. And regardless of them, I'm able to step up and do the things I need to do. But since having all of the CT scans and the ultrasounds for the kidney stone, they have found some other masses in my uterus and my ovaries, which we are just hopeful that are just, cysts and fibroids that aren't anything major, but they are very large. So I do expect later on this year that they are going to want to remove those as well. But we will see. I have that appointment coming up in February, which I'm honestly just trying not to think about. And I just tell myself that it's going to be fine because it will be fine. Other than those things, everything has come back totally good. My health, for not going to the doctor for probably 12, 15 years, everything has come back pretty good. So we're happy to hear that. And some other exciting things that I have been doing and will be doing in the upcoming year are I am part of a little non-for-profit thing here where I'm from for my part of town. And I have had some ideas and things that I want to do this year, such as like a little, for example, I want to have this event that is called Dog Days of Summer at one of the breweries here where people can bring their dogs. And the main portion of this event would be to raise money to give back to the shelters, but also to raise money to have a dog water fountain put in at one of the local parks. So I have been focusing on projects like that. I also want to, for that group, do a plant swap where we can give out trees, but also encourage people to pick up the community, like the trash in the community. So I have a lot of things that I've been trying to put myself out there and accomplish, but I'm not setting myself these really strict, you need to do this year, because I can't do that. If I say that, I most certainly will not accomplish that thing. And if I do end up accomplishing that thing, it won't be long term and it probably won't be to the best of my ability, because unless I'm totally feeling it, I'm not going to do it. So I just want to continue on down the path that I have been going down for the past few months. I've really been in this season of growing and change again, which is really comforting, because for a while I felt totally stagnant, that I wasn't ever going to change or grow anymore. And that was very discouraging for me, because after going through my big life event, my biggest fear was that I was just going to be doomed forever and never accomplish anything ever again, or change ever again, or grow ever again. And I was so scared of change initially. But now, while I still don't love change in all aspects of my life, there are things about change within myself that I really appreciate, because I notice there are a lot of things about myself that I would love to improve and grow on. So that is what I want to carry over into 2024. So from me, I hope you guys are able to see not only the change, but I hope you're able to see more content and you're able to grow with me and stick with me through whatever I decide to put out here. And whether it's consistent or not, which it probably won't be, but the hope is that I would be more consistent this year, if not just a little bit. And if I only complete one thing this year, it better be this damn sweater, because it's been on my needles for literally ever. I really just want to finish it. I'm getting so close. I finished a sleeve and now we're working on the body, which I'm almost done with. I just have 2 more cable rounds and then the ribbing and then the other sleeve. And if you guys are wondering, this is the Good Willow pullover, which I've talked about before, but I want to finish this. It is an all over cable work pattern with a little bit of color work, which I've already complete, obviously. But I think once I finish this one, I really would love to get back into my podcasting, but we'll see. I'm not putting any pressure on myself, and I know you guys are just gonna be here for the long run. So I think that satisfies everything I wanted to talk about. If you guys have any questions, or if you want to tell me what your resolutions are, or things that you're glad you have accomplished and you are happy, and you are excited to carry over into 2024, leave a comment about those down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more random content, and I will see you guys next time.